Hello, recruit. Hello, all of you Vainglorious, wonderful people, and welcome to an Astroneer video. What? I never played this game. No, seriously, this is a brand new Let's Play. My very first Let's Play of Astroneer was pretty rough because I had no idea what I was doing. I started it literally the day 1.0 came out. And I didn't really play much during early access. So I thought, now that we've finished up Astroneer Academy, I'm sure there's a few people that have thought, yeah, but are you any good? Because anybody can like load up creative mode, spawn some stuff in, record a video, and you know, it only takes a crazy person to do 24 of them. So yeah, I wanted to get in here and show that maybe I really do know how to play Astroneer. And you know what? Not a bad start for power. This is kind of cool. So that's the goal. We're going to do however long it takes to get the game complete. And by complete, I mean I am going to go all the way through the game, through the ending credits, every single gateway, chamber, and engine. So 34 total gateway chambers will be activated. We may make our main base of operations here on Silva. I don't know. You guys will help me decide that along the way. Now, at the outset, this series will probably be interrupted midway through, because I expect maybe even by the time this video goes live that we'll have the second half of automation available. And when that comes out, I'm going to turn my attention to a pretty comprehensive automation style series of guides, just how to automate all the different things in Astroneer. I don't see any compound. There's got a little bit of resin here, but I don't see any compound. Is that another wind turbine over there in the distance? And am I going to be able to get there in time? I think there's a small wind over here with this busted. Yeah, nice. We've got some graphite right here as well. Cool. But yeah, not seeing compound. I kind of need that to make at least, you know, a small printer and a large printer. This is a little worrisome. We'll drop that off right there. And now we've got power, but nothing that we can do with it. So I guess we're going to get this resin. Hope there's a bunch here underground. Make a big ugly hole that we will cover up later. Hopefully enough for a couple packs of oxygen filters, since I don't have tethers to rely on. Yeah, this is a pretty good bit of resin. So yeah, the series will probably get interrupted by the, you know, let's automate all the things. I haven't really come up with a name for the series yet. But this series is going to be completely unscripted. I'm just going to play the game about 30 minutes at a time and see what we run into. And, you know, you guys can then judge whether or not I actually knew what I was talking about in Astroneer Academy. I think you'll find I kind of did. This will not be streamed on. This won't be streamed on Twitch. This series, not at all. My Twitch series will remain a separate Let's Play, because I have another project in the works as well. Those of you who have been around the channel for a long time know that my first big Astroneer project of my Let's Play was 1,000 hydrogen that I blew up. And then some people are like, no, you got to go bigger. You got to do more. There we go. There's compound. And so we went with 10,000 to blow up a mountain. Well, with the oxygen canister, with the gas canister coming fairly soon, I thought it'd be fun to revisit that idea, but using the gas canister, because that should reduce some of the lag that I ran into, because 10,000 hydrogen in one place, man, the game, it's not made to have 10,000 of anything in one space. It's just not. I was pushing it well beyond its limits. So I'm thinking that we could get even more total hydrogen in one place, but take up less physical space if they hold as much as I suspect they're going to hold in the gas canister. So we'll see. I do want a small generator because I want to go activate that exo research aid that I spied over there in the woods. And then after that, I want my small printer. Move that back, please. There we go. That pooped right out. I know, what a graphic image. You know, it's kind of what it is. Anyway, so cool. We got that. We'll be able to make platform. We'll be able to make. Let's go ahead and actually do that. The platform and a research chamber. Just real quick. Of course, we have no wind, so probably the wrong time to do it. Let's get a bit of organic from the woods. I really like leaving the woods alone because they're so pretty. Let's go over here and kind of mess up this field since there's no scannable research items here. No. You turn off for now. I don't need you yet. The wind's blowing, so the printer is speeding up. Hello there. How are you doing? Desolate, you're beautiful. Don't ever change. But yeah, we're going to play through the whole game. And I'm kind of excited about it because I've not done, sat down and done a Let's Play style and then stop learning in gosh, 2 years. Coming up on 2 years. I don't remember when my last series ended, honestly. But Astroneer will continue on my channel on Wednesdays for quite some time. If any game is at risk of going away on my channel, at least temporarily, it would be City Skylines. So I think we've kind of exhausted everything we can do at City Skylines, and this final playthrough may be the last one until there's another DLC. Are you partly buried? You are. From a distance, you didn't look like it, but get rid of this boulder. Try not to take out the trees, but I did not succeed. Come here, boulder. There we go. And then we'll drop this guy right here. This might not be enough to power it. Actually, I know it's not. Yeah, oh, I can see how much we had there. Oh, that's not even a quarter of the way. Okay, let's go get some oxygen. Actually, I've got resin on me. Never mind. Do I have enough to make? I do. A few more generators. So that's what, about a quarter? Yeah, I'd say so. Let's make a few more generators. And get those plugged in and going. That one's going to turn on immediately. It's on the widget button, though, so I can just turn it right off. For those of you wondering, I get asked a lot if I'm playing on Xbox, and I'm not. I play on PC, but the reason you'll often see like that type of cursor that you're used to seeing on the console, and all the press X, press Y, all that good stuff, is because I use a controller. I grew up on consoles, so it's just more natural to me to use a controller than it is to use mouse and keyboard. It's pretty disastrous, so I try to drive with mouse and keyboard. I don't know, with Sod and I just don't get along. Like when I've got to move a bunch of stuff in Astroneer, I'll grab the mouse and manually move all that stuff with the mouse, but I don't know, I seem to struggle with Sod. It's just one of those things. All right, do we have enough now? No, 3 was enough. Cool. So that was a third. And we'll drop this in the research chamber. Instead of getting 400 bytes for it, we will get like 1,000, maybe even 1,400. Scan those bad boys, and then we've got some potential scrap there in the future. Cool. And then we've got that research object just right there by the base. So let's get this going here. Get this one in first. You know what? Let's just turn it on. That way I don't have to bother with it later. Gonna be kind of underpowered here for a minute, but yeah, so I'm gonna get nothing for it because I didn't plug it in. There we go, 1,000 bytes. So instead of the 400, I'm getting 1,000. All right, and we'll just let it run slow for now. It'll be all right. My goal is to get a tractor as soon as possible. And the research item right there. And since I am playing the controller, I can just magically pick it up out of the ground. Let's go see if there's any other good stuff nearby. And that's where I got the platform and all that from. Do I have resin on me? No, so I need to watch my oxygen. Is there resin out this way? I may need to turn around and go get that resin. Yeah, we gotta go back and get resin. What we're gonna do is risk it and see if we can't get this power cell before we suffocate. Maybe. In early game, when I'm not really carrying anything and I'm this close to my base, I don't care if I suffocate. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Because all you gotta do is walk over there and get it. It's not a huge deal. So there we go. We'll let those power cells help for a while. I'm not going to plug in the generators just yet. We'll use them when we have to. I, for the longest time, did not like using generators. And I still really don't. I don't like relying on them for power for my base. But I've come to embrace them in the early game before I get, a lot of wind and batteries. And solar, for that matter. I need to make this a ramp down into there. That's really steep, but it'll work. I can slide down there and I can walk back out. There we go. But I've come to learn to appreciate the generator, and I use it more often now. In fact, when I make my first rovers, I always make the medium generator for it and use a battery sensor to just turn the rover or the generator off and on, which of course one of the things we'll cover in Let's Automate All the Things. Maybe that's what I should just call the series, is Let's Automate All the Things. I could just use this cave or this ramp from my cave, but it's awful steep. You're not gonna suffocate. Settle down, little guy. There you go. I'm just gonna try to not use tethers. All right, there was a wind turbine. I'll use tethers when I go in the caves, because I'll get lost in the caves otherwise. I will. I am good at not paying attention to where I was going and what direction I was heading. And so I wind up not sure how to get back where I came from. And it's even worse in caves. Because, you don't know where the opening was, and you don't know when you zigged and when you zagged. Anything else good out this way? Some research over there. I see a nice medium solar and maybe a small solar up there. I see a small wind up to the left. Let's go grab that. Thank God for PC and its large draw distance. Which I have mine kind of cranked up to the INI files. If you'd like to know how to do that, I can do a quick video on it. It's real simple. If you've got a powerful PC and the game's not really taking full advantage of what you could really be getting, then you can crank up your settings a bit. Now let's take this back. That's a little bit of a walk. So good bounty for our first little long distance stroll, I guess, away from. I like this starting location because I like that I'm not surrounded by mountains. I've got like that little guy right here, but I'm not right by my base. In the streams that I've been doing, which you've probably already seen them as Twitch archive videos, that is for my current play that I'm doing on the streams is for the mountain removal project, the new one. And it's because that's good grammar, because it has mountains on like 3.5 sides of the base, it's really hard to find my way back to the base, like really hard. So I struggle a lot whenever I venture out from the base to find my way back. So cool, we've got that. We'll drop you on, wait, which way is the sun gonna be? Pretty much even across, so it should be fine on here for now until I can get some platforms going. No wind power. Whoops, sorry. Oh God. Yeah, this is a problem with solar panels. You gotta grab just the top of them there. And if they fall over with the top in the ground, why would you? There you go. If they fall over with the top in the ground, it can be problematic, but we got it. So we'll drop you there. And so when the wind starts blowing, that will speed up. Because now it's up to, it's only got 55 seconds left. So I probably shouldn't venture too far from base. So let's go get a little bit more compound and a little bit more resin. Because we'll have a smelter unlocked here in just a second. And then we can go below ground and find ourselves some laterite, hopefully. And then get that smelted, then get research going on the tractor. And we'll be good to go. I could have sworn I just saw a platform from a distance right there, but I guess not. I should. So I think people will be proud of me not using tethers. I'm usually one that uses tethers, and I'm just like, I'll use them when I go in the cave. Since I have cranked up the settings for graphics, I don't want to take away from the performance of the game by having a massive tether network. How much did I get there? Let's get a couple more. So that's why I don't want to do a big tether network. I actually like tethers, but I usually, once I get vehicles, go back and remove them. By the way, I do know about the whole you can flatten temporarily when you're on mouse and keyboard to get resources faster. It doesn't work on a controller. And I don't know, because I'm just not, like I said earlier, not super used to use the mouse and keyboard for everything. It just doesn't work out for me. I think what I was seeing where I thought there was a platform was just the top of that mountain. No, I did see a platform. There's just not really anything all that terribly useful on it. Which is fine. It's okay. It's early game. I mean, we are 19 minutes into this playthrough. And we're already about to get our first module unlocked. So that's not bad. Also in this series, one thing I'd like to do is if people have questions of things that they would like to see in Astroneer, if they saw me do something in one of the videos, leave those in the comments down below, and I will do my best in the next videos to get them addressed. I'm going to probably record like 3 or 4 videos in one sitting. Where's that power cell? Let's plop him in somewhere. So it may take a few weeks before your question gets answered in one of the videos, but I'll do my best to answer questions. And I will also, each week, let you guys suggest what suit and palette I should wear in upcoming videos. And I'll just randomly pick one from your suggestions. Kind of be a nice little way that you can have a direct impact on the series. Always lots of scalables in the woods. A nice clearing over here. Is there anything good in it? Oh, I thought I was about to hurt myself. Nothing really good at first glance. We'll go this way. Anything over those hills that I could see? No. You know what? It may have reset my draw distance. I may have to look and see. Because it seems like I was able to see a little bit farther. Yeah, so I'll platform over this way, I think, with a medium solar on it, yeah. So let's kind of run a lap around these woods here, because our base is right over there. Look at me knowing where I am. Hello, friend. I would like to scan that, please. Why don't you come be my friend at my base? I have gotten better at juggling objects. I probably could have picked up that research object that was beneath that, but I'll get it later. I've already got 3 or 4 sitting back at the base, so we'll be all right. We'll be just fine. Kind of scouting around in the mountains to see if we can't get a marble early on, because I love having marbles at my base. It just kind of makes me happy to have them there. I think the marbles are the coolest thing in the game. I really do. I'm like, no exaggeration. Every time I find one, I do my best to stop and bring it back so that I can have it on display somewhere in my base. You walk so slow when you're carrying something. Gotta get a tractor going here soon. Speaking of, are there any natural cave openings nearby? I'd rather use one of those because they're usually at a nice angle. But what we'll do first is build up a little something here for our all these power objects to sit on. So we've just got now 3 mediums just sitting around doing nothing. So we've got 1,700 bytes. How do we want to invest that? I think we'll start with this, and then we'll come back over here and do that. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and get the soil centrifuge as well, even though we don't have aluminum yet. And then we'll get that large platform B. Do I have 3 resin? Guess I used it for an oxygen filter. That's fine. We have the resin hole over here. That sounds bad, I know. And we'll just get a couple more resin. We'll also be doing some fun stuff throughout this series. You know, I may take one episode where I throw a rover in space, because believe it or not, one of my favorite things to do. Maybe we can like christen it with a certain name or something and send it along its way. Oh, okay, I just got these resin and oh god, now I'm falling even deeper. Well, this is going well. Up you go. Let's make a little alternate entrance that I'm sure... Oh, okay, that's right below my base. Not quite where I wanted that to come out. And this one's never coming out. Can I see... Oh, God, I'm in the woods. There we go, there we go, there we go. Hey, we're free. Does he know what he's doing? Well, that's debatable. And, of course, I still just have 2 resin. I think we've about tapped this resin deposit, though. It's a little bit somewhere over here. It's around that side. So we'll be covering this back up in just a moment. Where is it? Oh, there's a bit more down there. Alright, alright. Carefully, 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 carefully. I don't want to fall back in the same hole again. There, whoop, and I almost did anyway. Alright, cool. Let's get this last little bit of resin out of here. There we go. There's our 3rd, and there's just enough of my ramp left, I think, to get up. Nope. Alright, this is what I was trying to do a minute ago, was extend the ramp. And instead, it just fell. So I need to fill this hole in, because I don't need it anymore. So let's do that. Let's prevent a catastrophe. And just get rid of an ugly eyesore. And then once we get some zinc and enough spare bytes, I'll get even a train analyzer and an inhibitor mod, and we'll just paint this to make it look a little less offensive. I don't like leaving just big gray blobs in the middle of fields. They bother me. Yeah, I hear you, oxygen warning. There we go. That's fine for now. We'll make it a little bit prettier later. Cool, and our research is done. Good timing. I planned that totally, and if you believe that, there we go, cool. So the nice thing about Astroneer Academy is it was all scripted, so I kind of had an idea of how I wanted the scenes to go, so I could just set them up. But I don't get that luxury in a Let's Play. It's warts and all type gameplay. Actually, let's not do that. Let's not put those over there. So I think I want my power station to be kind of on this side. Yeah. I don't know how much it really matters that it's in full view of the sun. Because it seems like once the sun's up, even stuff that's on like the backside will sometimes still work. And I'm just not entirely certain. I've never really tested it. All I know is that in one save, if you guys haven't watched my Twitch archives, and don't watch me on Twitch, I have a Solartron 5000 is what I call it, where I have round-the-clock solar power on a Calidor. Well, you just plug in. I know that's in your way, but let's be nice, please. There we go. And that should be enough to get the printer and the research chamber nearly up to snuff because the wind just kicked in. Yeah, we're just under perfect power. And again, you can tell how much power you're producing off the power meters. So you can see there's a little bit of red in there. I can zoom in a little bit here. A little bit of red right there. It means I'm about, like, well, now there's a lot of red, so I'm only making about a third the power I should because the wind stopped. But if we plug in the generator, we can deal with that. There you go. That should get us about 75%, so that's good enough. I just don't want the printer going super slow because I want to get this stuff off the ground. Like, a lot of people talk about don't do resource holes, but in general, it's a good idea to not have things just sitting on the ground. Even your small power producers, because these don't anchor when they're plugged in like a platform does. Like, you can't pick up the platform. So this platform, they're no longer having to interact with the physics engine, really. They're anchored, they don't move, so they don't have to sit there and talk to the game and figure out, you know, am I stationary, am I supported and all that. They know they are, they're locked when those little pins on the feet go down, which you can see that here. Watch those red pins on the front as I plug this in. So right there on the front, on the feet, these red pins will sink down into the ground. Physics engine in the game no longer has to worry about that. However, these guys just sitting here, the physics engine does have to worry about that. So if you're struggling with performance in your game, clean up after yourself a little bit. Seriously. Don't leave stuff laying around on the ground. Even like boxes of things that you're getting, you know, working on a project, attach them to a storage that is anchored. And you'll find that you get slightly better performance. So we're going to get all of this off the ground now. Is there not a plug over here? I figured it would just kind of grab it. Nope, there it is. Cool, awesome. And then I will carry, that's not what I want to do. I will carry the generators with me. They really want to run, don't they? I'll carry those with me. Do I have enough resin to? I don't. I was going to say print a medium storage because I'd really like to get a little more room on my backpack because I don't have a whole lot. But I think that's a good point to kind of conclude. In 30 minutes, we've got a decent little base going. We've got a lot of wind power, a lot of solar power for an early base. If I can find some batteries, we'll be set. I think next time around, we'll go underground and see if we can't find some laterite and get ourselves a tractor going. So, until next time, I'm Brandon, trying to remember which one of these buttons is wave. Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. Okay, maybe it's number 4. That's not it either. Anyways, I was going to try to wave, but whatever, it failed. We did little kicks instead. I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.